The summer solstice was this past weekend, and that means that it's time to shift gears and to pump life into a different vertical. For me, that's going to be Hot Potato Games, HPG. Hot Potato Games, and the goal is sessions, real sessions between me and other people. What KPI are, we can actually launch, if we go to CD, I don't know what I'm doing, npm run dev, we can ask, like, what are we doing here? So let's go to, if we remember what we've been working on, we would say, Claude, what is a KPI? How does it relate to a project / objective? What makes a good KPI? How does one determine which tasks to do to accomplish a KPI? What are some examples of KPIs for potato folk? What are some example KPIs for a potato farmer? What are some example KPIs for a trucker? What are some example KPIs for a potato processor? What are some example KPIs for a potato distributor? All right, so we're preloading it. The thing with KPIs that I think is so valuable is numbers. From my understanding, this will correct me if I'm wrong, but it's all about making sure that you have something quantifiable. You don't want a KPI that's qualitative, I would say. Like, if it's good or bad, that's okay. That's not what you want. Sorry, my dog's chewing, and I don't know why he's chewing over here because I moved his food bowl. It makes all this noise. I love him, but I need him to chew over there. Bubba. So with a key performance indicator, it lets you know that you're on track. So the KPI that I have, we should see this start to populate. Let's see. So yeah, it's setting it up now. But what we want to do, I have these other ones. This one is a little older. The way it was describing my objectives, it felt more like, like this is a list of tasks. But what we're really trying to do is develop habits that increase our KPIs, that help us get towards that thing. So for me, for Potato Core, which was technically for the spring, it's making these videos. And I find that if I limit my editing and I just show you like me working and talking through things, that I end up making more progress with the videos. But now that we're on Hot Potato Games, we're going to do less talking and more work. So we have explorethecell.web. The first thing I notice about this web app, and that one thing some things I want to point out. This was the first project that I ever worked on, and it only existed as this original one. It was just this. So now what we've decided to do is turn it into a Mario Party-like game where you and your friends can play party games, join a game together. But as I'm noticing now, this is not the version that we're ready to... this is the live version right now, but it's like a live prototype. The actual version that we're working on, if we go to Visual Studio Code, we should be able to go to Cell Mobile. That's Explore the Cell. We'll stop it. We'll hit start again. Build errors exist. That's not good. So that must mean that I have a session already running that's changing and making code, and that is true. So I just kick those off to continue. These are going to probably patch themselves up within a couple moments. But let's talk through it. While they're fixing, let me see if I can just show you evidence that they're being fixed. This I had kicked off a while ago. And we want to make sure that these continue so that we can talk through KPIs after. But now we have learn, and we have all these things. You can like click. You can click one of these, and you can learn about spirit, consciousness, ideas, light. I associate these like closer to nothing, or it could be something. The key thing is it's supposed to be like things that are within that scale. So before it was just a cell, but now every scale is its own cell in my brain. So nothing of this game. These are all in the live one, not the one that we've been working on. Or, well, this is the one that we've been working on that we deployed recently. So this is meant to be played on mobile because it's Flutter, and Flutter is a SDK for creating UIs. What is it? It's a SDK for creating UIs from multiple different like form factors. You might have landscape, you might have portrait mode. You can deploy to iOS, Android, Visual or Mac OS, Windows, Linux, browser, all of them work. Okay, so one thing that was added was this scoring feature. I wanted it so that the system would kind of score accordingly when a game is over with like the fake users you're playing with. So I'm satisfied with that. At first it was just one game per scale, but I decided I wanted a list for them. So I told Claude Code, I said, make a list. I also wanted it so that I could rate these. So when I go to create a game, I can choose if the games that we're playing are from a particular tier. All right, big mouthful. Well, okay, so I'm just gonna. It is just gonna be a yap session, but we have all these different games, and we're gonna play through a few as I talk through them. One thing that I found is like I ad hoc will, which just means like on the fly. I will just on the fly add a bunch of new features or something, and I might have had a vision or direction that I wanted to go in at the beginning, but that doesn't always work out. So like in this one, right now they're all 2D. I want them to have been prisms before, like earlier in this process. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And this is a lot easier. You can score a lot higher if you're on mobile, but we're just not doing that now. I don't know how many that has. I think that's a dodecahedron, icosahedron. So the goal is all these games are supposed to be stressful. But Claude Code exists now in a time where making games like this is possible. And like I've been curating them a little bit. Some things that like this will be the demonstration for today. I don't like exit, play again, these visual components. So I'm going to tell the system that. I'm going to say, hey, I think these UI elements are kind of ugly. I think we should work on making them look and feel better, as well as any transitional animations. They are pretty weak right now. So it's doing a big session right now. And while that kicks off, I say a big session. I had told it to go through every single vertical, which is every game, and do a thing, which is why we have so many things going on right here. Potato Rush, Farm Panic, Organ System games. Some of the games are just, I don't like them at all. Maybe the sessions are, nope, it really is. Oh, that's good. It's adding sessions to each game because what? I want to be able to track every game that's played. That's our KPI. Rule number 1 of tracking your KPIs, of KPIs, project management. You must be able to track your KPIs. KPIs stand for key performance indicator, a single measurable number that tells you what you are moving toward, whether you are moving toward a goal. The word key is load bearing. It is a metric you have chosen to treat as important. So for me, that's sessions. And although I have it says real sessions, not sessions with me, I think what I should really do is these are sessions that I have. Then the next one would be sessions that I have with my friends. And then the next one would be sessions that I have with like people that I don't know. So maybe like some cold calls, cold sessions. The thing with Sad Tori and Tater Dash is I can kind of work on them on the side while the rest of this gets built, because like this is kind of a massive lift. And as you can see with all of them, my 6 all 12 games may now require a session. Make sure you get the code to compile. And I know that's like not like a super wise way to do this. What am I talking about? My focus is a little split. Make sure you get the code to compile. I told it to do something that I knew I needed it to do. I needed every single object, every single game object to have some type of session associated with it so that I can count those and then measure those towards my goal. Now with Potato Core before, I'm like backfilling these, like views, comments, and I just know things are important for like a YouTube brand. I should probably identify Potato Core more as like this video based, supposed to be avant-garde video brand. Then HPG is supposed to be like the hot potato games. It's like, I'll show you a few of them. We have like a potato bank. You can play like pop culture and money, money and music, reveal the Beatles song. This is I don't care. I don't care too much. Has this to, oh, this is embarrassing. I should know that. Can't buy me love. I didn't know that. Money and books, money memes. Card selected. Meme is often captioned with this guy choosing this over his partner. Is it yeah, girl's butt? A new shiny option over a stable one. So, okay, there's all these things. And quite frankly, what I did is I just said, hey, Claude, generate these things. I just wanted the scaffold, the framework, so that when I do dig into these projects, that I can sink my teeth into something that already works. All of it's going to get branded and be made more cohesively. I like what it did with Satori. And Satori itself, all right, that, oop, it does work. Sweet. It is embedding. That is exciting. Let's see, does it, we have the demo. So I'm just going through right now the things that I'm going to be working on. So let's just say earth versus fire. It's 2x3. I know that the most effective strategy is to summon these, and then use the strongest dude to launch them, then use this guy to launch one, and then this one, beta boop won't push it that far, so I have to summon these again. Oop. I think with beta boop, it will ricochet. Yep, it ricocheted and hit Salasin, which is great. So some of our features are working. That just got that guy. And you might be wondering, why are the ops not doing anything? And it's because I have turned off the AI's brain. I think the fire characters are like way more OP. So we did just win. We have a successful game loop. And this is just a little introduction. The whole thing is HPG, Hot Potato Games. It's supposed to be the reserve currency. HPG, it's a trust line on XRPL. This all exists to serve the greater Potatoes ecosystem. So all of the different characters that you see in Potatoes, which are getting their own comics, I think that's the over here. They'll be getting comics where they get personalities that get used to, I don't know a better way to put it other than inject entropy into the agents that are building these things. I'm trying to build this big simulation of a potato company that is run by potatoes. And like, maybe one day we'll grow potatoes, but I'm more interested as a whole pushing the interests of the potato industry because why not? That's just my thing. I've chosen that. That said, I just wanted to share all of this because this is what I'm going to be working on. And if you're interested in learning more, like, okay, at some point I'm going to be working on Potato Lit, which is potato literature. But like for now, for the next 3 months, it's going to be me trying to exercise a lot more, as well as work on the games, get the fun into these things. I hope that before this video ends, probably not. I don't think I'm going to be able to show you like the Mario Party version of this, but there's like a ton of these. And if you wanted to try any of these games, they're all here. I would love it if someone would just watch this and then just start like QAing this stuff, because so many of this, like I like these games. I think this is fun. This reminds me of Addicting Games, and that was the original purpose of me making this. I wanted to make kind of like an Addicting Games clone or like Crazy Monkey Games clone. And this kind of reminds me of like Spank the Monkey. I don't know if you remember that. But maybe I got to put the nostalgia down, but like I think this is just kind of neat, you know? Let's see if I can. All right. Might need a little work on that one, but the Collider one, this one I think is a little more tactically click, click, click. The goal is I want them to be short games that very quickly become overwhelming. And this will be available on the App Store at some point in the near future. I'm integrating like the auth side of this stuff soon. This one's fun. It's got like, you're building atoms, you got to build helium. Yeah, so part of this like channel is going to become for a little while me QAing this stuff. Other parts are going to be me building it. I don't have that much time today to record, but I did want to put it out a little like devlog for what I'm working on, my projects. So like something about this one It's like putting facts up. I want some of the games to be kind of annoying, where like it's just trying to bombard you with knowledge, and you're like, I don't care. I'm trying to get a high score and beat my friends. So yeah, that's what we got for today. I will be back with more. And check out explore-the-cell.web.app if you're interested in being like a little QA agent for me. That'd be awesome. Thanks.